What's up, YouTube? Today we're looking at something that I've kind of talked about doing, did with some help from Heavy Barrel, I think is his Instagram. He recommended I use this clear coat. Seems like it's working. Um, if it doesn't work, it's because I destroyed it at the molecular level by, I'll tell you, I'll go over it. I'm just kind of a weirdo, I guess, a spaz when it comes to some things. So, um, this makes brass black. This is brass black. This is a crazy thing. I don't know what this is. Like some crystal shit. Um, this is what these look like normally. This is like kind of my daily driver. I really like these edges. If I punched you in the face with this, it would break out a bunch of your teeth. It'd be awesome. So anyway, I mixed up some of this stuff, which is, I'll open it up. I mean, you can tell that, like, dude, it's like neon blue, right? Totally unnatural color. Anyway, so I put a good amount on these guys. And then I used my heat gun to like really quickly dry it, which was a mistake. The heat gun, I think, overall is a mistake. I wouldn't use it if you try to do this. I honestly just wouldn't do it. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. This was kind of an abortion. Anyway, so that left like this weird shell because like the water evaporated and the crystals formed like a kind of a bubble for both. So I kind of tamped it down here. You can see where my finger lifted some off there. This is a big chunk that came off. It was because I'll explain. I'll keep going. The abortion will go and continue. But so what's going on is this. So I get it on there, and it's tacky. Or whatever. I spray the Rust-Oleum on there. By the way, I'm not a huge fan of Rust-Oleum. This worked just for like people that like to spray on walls, like graph. It's like just the fucking worst shit in the world. So, but for this, it working pretty well, I think. But anyway, so I apply it, and then I wait, and this stuff is extremely tacky. So then I apply it and I wait, and I start to cook off the cut, whatever they cut it with the heat gun, because in my mind, I should use the heat gun because for whatever reason I believed that it would make everything go faster and better. Because of heat. Heat. I don't know why I thought that, guys. I really don't. I guess I'm just like kind of too retarded to ask for like meaningful advice from people. Because I could have asked a number of folks, but I was like, I'll figure it out on my own. So anyway, I kind of let this one alone. I kept having to tamp down the crystal formations. I like that some of it turned out real cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with this side. I might leave it for a minute. Defend us in battle. I put this on my community tab. The sale I got these from. So these are like 80 something normally, and they do like a tiered discount sometimes. So this was like less than 80, I forget, and then this one was like 50. So yeah, I was like, damn, that seems nice. I like these guys. I liked this one. These are American-made military people. They're like kind of gimmicky conservative. Sorry guys, you just kind of are, but it's all good. Like it is what it is. The far left people that watch this channel will get a chuckle. In any event. So anyway, I was applying the heat, and I got it to actually like I don't know if it was bubbling. Well, it definitely was bubbling. I do know it was bubbling. I don't know if it was boiling, I should say, or whatever it would be that it was doing, and or maybe like the air was going under it and flapping it like a blanket, because it was mostly like this color, and then after it got like turned into mincemeat by my heat gun, it turned into that turquoise, which I like. So I don't know how many coats I applied. It was a number. I think I might have been drinking. I don't really know. I don't know why I went so crazy. But okay, so then I kind of let them set, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if the heat is good. I don't know if the heat gun is helping me. So I kind of let them down, or let them go, let them dry, I should say. And so when these chunks, this one and this one, happened, I was like trying to clean up the Defend Us part. I'll probably, at some point, I'll do the backside when I'm feeling froggy. I'm going to let these cure for a few days, though, for real. But they do seem to be cured. Oh, yeah, so I have them on their back. I'm doing something, and then I pull them up, and then part of it pops off. Or kind of is because it's tacky, right? And it's especially tacky because I've been applying coat after coat and then cooking off parts of it like like an idiot. I gotta wash my mouth on YouTube like a dummy, and so yeah, it just didn't really, wasn't doing what I wanted. But just letting it cure on its own, I mean, definitely some of this is gonna flake off and like scratch off and whatever, but that's fine. If it turns into like too much of a mess and I just want to blank it out and start over, I'll probably just soak it in stuff that'll dissolve this and just start over. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just that I made it into a giant, super giant mess. Because it also, like, the heat got going, obviously. I'm using the heat gun like crazy. I was even like, I set it up to blow on these. And then went and like had a couple drinks with my neighbor, which obviously I wouldn't recommend that. That's not an intelligent thing to do. So anyway, I come back and the fire alarm goes off, and like, it's just like, I'm trying to like, I don't know. It was awful. It's truly awful. If you haven't tried this vape is awesome. Um, but yeah, so at the end of the day, I'm glad I didn't burn anything down. I'm glad I live in the hood where like no one is gonna come check on anyone, no matter what. And they seem to be curing. So that's good. I don't will I do it? Am I gonna do something like that to this? No. No. This is gonna be the one I don't do that to. Because I like that piece. And I'll probably keep playing with these. I know from just like looking around at knuckles or stuff, not just knuckles, but also like knives that use this, that sometimes the makers will sand it down. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sand it down. I don't really care if it chips or whatever. I just want it to cure so it doesn't come off on my clothes, like when I'm sitting on it. So that's why I'm going to let it set for a while. There is a chance, however, that because I thought that heat made everything better, there's a chance that I just fucked up whatever this is, whatever the gloss is made of. I might have like degraded it on the molecular level or cooked off parts of it that it needed. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. It did seem like a good idea. In defense, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but looking back, hindsight is 2020. Maybe I shouldn't have used the heat gun. Oh yeah, and so I kind of kitchen magician this. If you are not, I mean, if you live with like any type of person, I was gonna say a girl, but that's like sexist, I guess. If you're a guy, let's put it that way, and your lady friend or guy friend, really, they don't think that this stuff is neat. They're probably not gonna let you do that in the kitchen. I wouldn't anyway. I'm recommending you not because it was like there's no way you're gonna eat around when this is happening. It's real strong. I mean, granted, I was using the heat gun. That was probably like the worst thing I could have done, but there's fumes everywhere. I'm not so worried about that. I mean, get the fuck out of here. I was like exposed for an hour. My God. But yeah. I mean, if you want, I'll bring them back on. If you want to use this stuff, like this was $15. This is some less is more. I'm gonna definitely take that lesson from me. Less is more. There's no reason to use a lot of it. I'm gonna link the video down here where I got the idea to use this stuff in particular. If I can find it, if it's gone, I won't. I'm gonna link Heavy Barrel's Instagram, if that is indeed his handle on there. Maybe I'm forgetting it. I don't know. Maybe I'm drunk. Who knows? Who knows what state of mind I'm actually in? And obviously these are mill spin. You should just go if you want like they do discounts all the time, so just go sign up for their thing, their newsletter. I really like these. They're also inexpensive enough where if these got confiscated or I had to throw them away, it wouldn't, because they're replaceable. I also now have 3 of them, so. And yeah, the way I created this weird texturing was with one of my fingers, and then if you don't just put the brass black on and kind of let it set in a pool, like in a little puddle-ish, not a lot of it, don't need to use a lot. But if you don't, just let it set. Let me see how these turned out, because like this is how okay, I did it on this one for sure. Where you just let it pool and then dry off, it'll be like this. However, if you like take Q-tips and like fuck around with it, you'll get weird designs. And then obviously it'll kind of wear off around some parts. This looks bad. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Not to defend us in battle, just like everything that I did to this side, I hate. But I'm probably gonna continue. If this dries and cures, I might just do it anyway, and then just like have this be a gift. Because initially that was my thought when I bought a couple of them. I was like, you know, if I could give one away. Well, I'm a former Marine, so everybody is always like, once a Marine, always a Marine. First of all, shut the fuck up. It's just you just say former. You don't say ex-Marine unless you're trying to connotate some negative parting. It is former Marine. Unless you want to just like if you just want to be ignorant to what is like real, then go for it. I hope this one turns. I hope they both turn out. But anyway, it's a long video. It's all pretty niche. Would I do it again? I would if I did it again. If it would not be the way I did it this time. I'll just put it that way. I guess I feel like I need to use the heat gun because I don't use it for very much stuff, and it's awesome. But maybe I don't know. In any event, it's all shoe out for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a good rest of your day. Bye now.